I walked into the Cole Industries boardroom 48 hours before the gala, and every single person went silent. They'd all thought I was dead, hiding in Europe, or arrested. Instead, I was standing in front of them with evidence that would destroy everything. My name is Julian Cole, and I was about to blow up my father's empire to save it. Getting back into the United States as a fugitive wasn't easy. The CIA handler, who I learned was named Frank, arranged everything. Fake passport, private flight into a military airbase, motorcade into Manhattan at 3 a.m. You understand the plan? Frank had asked before we landed. Walk in, act unstable, make Richard panic. How unstable? You're the disgraced heir who lost everything, Frank said. You've been on the run for a week. You look like hell. Use that. Make them think you snapped. I looked at myself in the bathroom mirror at the safe house. He was right. I looked terrible. Bruises on my face from the interrogation. Eyes bloodshot from no sleep. 5 days of beard growth. I looked exactly like someone who'd hit rock bottom. Perfect. One more thing, Frank said, handing me an earpiece. Daniel doesn't know you're coming. We kept it from him deliberately. His surprise needs to be real. Trust him to play along. And if Richard runs, he won't, Frank said confidently. He'll try to kill you first. Cole Industries at 9 a.m. was exactly as I remembered. Marble lobby. Security guards. Executives rushing to meetings. Except now they all stared at me like I was a ghost. I walked past security without stopping. One guard reached for his radio, probably to call the police. Don't, I said quietly. I'm here to see the board. They'll want to hear what I have to say. The elevator ride to the 47th floor felt like ascending to my own execution. The doors opened. I walked toward the boardroom. Through the glass walls, I could see them. All 12 board members. Daniel at the head of the table where my father used to sit. Richard Blackwell to his right. I pushed open doors. Everyone turned. Catherine Zhou dropped her coffee. Another board member actually gasped. Julian, Daniel said, recovering faster than the others. What are you doing here? Hello, brother, I said. My voice came out rough, unhinged. Exactly how Frank wanted it. Surprise. I'm not dead. We didn't think you were dead, Richard said carefully. We thought you were in Europe, evading arrest. Were you? I looked directly at Richard. Were you hoping I was dead, Richard? Would that have made things easier? His expression didn't change, but I saw his hand move slightly under the table. Reaching for something. Phone probably. Julian, you need to leave, Daniel said, standing. You're violating bail. Every second you're here makes things worse. Things can't get worse, I said, laughing. It sounded manic even to me. I've lost everything. The company. My freedom. My life. But I found something interesting in London. Want to guess what? The room went tense. Richard's hand stopped moving. What did you find? Daniel asked. I pulled out a USB drive. The one from the vault. Dad's insurance policy. Everything he knew. Everyone he suspected. It's all right here. I plugged the USB into the boardroom computer. The screen lit up with files. Hundreds of them. Julian, wait, Daniel started. Shut up, I snapped. You wanted control of this company. Fine. But first, everyone needs to know what Dad discovered before he died. I opened the first file. Financial records appeared on screen. Money flowing through Cole Industries, shell companies. This is a map, I said, of every illegal transaction run through our company over the past 5 years. Money laundering, tax evasion, connections to sanctioned oligarchs. Board members leaned forward, studying the numbers. Where did you get this? Richard asked. His voice was too calm. From Dad's private vault, I said. The one he set up in London. The one only I had the key to. This could be fabricated, Richard said. Julian's been under investigation for money laundering. For all we know, he created these files to shift blame. Did I? I asked, turning to face him. Did I fabricate the video footage too? I clicked to the next file. Security footage appeared. The executive dining room. My father having lunch. This is from 3 weeks before Dad died, I said. Watch carefully. The footage showed my father sitting alone. Then Richard entered. Sat down. They talked. Casual. Friendly. Then Richard stood, turned his back. Poured coffee from the carafe. His body blocked the camera angle for just a second. When he sat back down, he slid the cup toward my father. Looks normal, right? I said. Just two old friends having coffee. I zoomed in. Enhanced the image. But if you look here. The screen showed Richard's hand over the coffee cup. Something small dropping from his fingers into the liquid. What is that? Catherine Zhou asked. Poison, I said flatly. Polonium, 210 to be specific. Takes 2 to 3 weeks to kill. Symptoms look like heart attack. Nearly impossible to detect unless you're specifically looking for it. The room erupted. Board members shouting. Richard stayed silent. Calculating. This is insane, he finally said. Julian is clearly having a breakdown. This footage could be edited. That poison could be sugar. And even if it wasn't, what possible motive would I have? $40 million, I said. I opened another file. Bank statements. This is your offshore account, Richard. In the Cayman Islands. Opened 4 years ago. The same year you started taking payments from a shell company called Hexagon Capital. Richard's face went pale. That's the company that bought Daniel's luxury brand, I continued. The company traced back to Dmitry Volkov. You've been working for Russian intelligence for 4 years, Richard. Feeding them information. Facilitating money laundering through our company. And when Dad figured out, you killed him. Prove it, Richard said. His composure was cracking. I can't prove what's in that coffee, I admitted. But I can prove you poisoned him. Because you made a mistake, Richard. You kept the polonium container. I clicked to another file. Photos appeared. A small lead container. This was found in your office safe during a search this morning. British intelligence ran tests. Polonium traces matched the isotope found in Dad's autopsy. The lie came out smoothly. There hadn't been a search. Frank and I were bluffing. But Richard didn't know that. That's impossible, Richard said, standing. No one has access to my office safe except, he stopped. Realizing he'd just admitted the safe existed. Admitted something was in it. Except you, I finished. Checkmate, Richard. Richard's hand moved fast. Pulled a gun from under the table. Board members screamed. Dove for cover. Nobody move. Richard shouted, pointing the gun at me. Julian, you stupid kid. You have no idea what you've done. Put the gun down, Richard, Daniel said calmly. He hadn't moved. Hadn't ducked for cover. It's over. It's not over, Richard snarled. I've spent 40 years building this company. Making Marcus rich. And what did I get? A salary. Stock options that vested slowly. While he got billions. So you sold him out, I said. To Russians. I sold information, Richard corrected. Shipping routes. Financial structures. Things Marcus was too naive to protect properly. Volkov paid better than Marcus ever did. And when Dad found out, he gave me an ultimatum, Richard said. Cooperate with the FBI or go to prison. Can you believe that? 40 years of loyalty, and he was ready to throw me away. So you killed him, Daniel said quietly. I removed an obstacle, Richard said. And I framed Julian perfectly. The spoiled heir working with oligarchs. It was beautiful. Everyone believed it. Not everyone, Daniel said. He stood slowly. Dad knew, Richard. He knew for 6 months. That's why he brought me in. That's why he created the competition. He was building a case against you. Richard's gun shifted toward Daniel. Marcus suspected. He didn't know. If he'd known, he would have gone to the FBI immediately. He did go to the FBI, I said. He went 6 months ago. Everything since then has been a setup to catch you. Richard's expression changed. Calculation turning to realization. The competition wasn't real, he said slowly. Daniel isn't my enemy. He's FBI. CIA actually, Daniel said, but close enough. And Julian. Bait, I said. The perfect distraction. While everyone watched me fall apart, Daniel was gathering evidence. Recording your conversations. Tracking your payments. Richard laughed. It sounded slightly hysterical. Clever. Marcus was always clever. But he made one mistake. What's that? Daniel asked. He died before finishing the plan, Richard said. Which means there's still time to clean up loose ends. Richard's gun moved between me and Daniel. Here's what's going to happen. You're both going to transfer your shares to me. Right now. Then you're going to walk out of this building and disappear. You can't shoot us here, I said. There are witnesses. Security cameras. I'll take my chances, Richard said. CEO murders 2 heirs in self-defense after they accused him of crimes. I'll spin it. I always do. Richard, Catherine Zhou spoke up. She'd been silent until now. You're not walking out of here. Don't test me, Catherine, Richard warned. I like you. Don't make me kill you too. That's not what I mean, Catherine said. She stood slowly, opened her jacket, showed a wire. FBI, you've been recorded for the past 15 minutes. Everything you said, every confession, it's all documented. Richard's face went white. You. 3-year undercover operation, Catherine confirmed. We finally got you, Richard. The boardroom doors burst open. FBI agents flooded in, guns drawn, shouting commands. Drop the weapon. Hands where we can see them. Richard looked around wildly. Trapped. Surrounded. His gun shifted toward me one last time. You did this, he snarled. You destroyed everything. No, I said. You destroyed everything when you killed my father. Richard's finger tightened on the trigger. I closed my eyes. The shot never came. Daniel had moved faster than I'd seen anyone move. Tackled Richard from the side. The gun went off. The bullet hit ceiling tiles. FBI agents swarmed them. Richard was on the ground in seconds. Handcuffed, still screaming. You don't understand. Volkov will kill me. He'll kill my family. Please. You have to protect me. They dragged Richard out. His screams echoed down the hallway until the elevator doors closed. I stood there shaking, adrenaline crashing. Daniel walked over, put a hand on my shoulder. You okay? No, I admitted. But I will be. Catherine Zhou removed her wire. Other board members were being questioned by FBI agents. Some would be arrested. Most were innocent. Just business people who trusted the wrong CFO. What happens now? I asked Frank, who'd appeared from somewhere. Richard cooperates, gives us names, we roll up the entire network, Frank said. Or he refuses, goes to prison for life, and we do it the hard way. And me? Charges dropped, Frank said. You were never really charged. Just part of the operation. As far as the law is concerned, you're clean. What about the media? Everyone thinks I'm a criminal. Hold a press conference, Frank suggested. Tell them you were working undercover to expose corruption. Make yourself the hero. I wasn't the hero, I said, looking at Daniel. He was. Daniel shrugged. We both were. Dad's plan needed both of us. The flashy heir and the competent brother. Good cop, bad cop. More like bait and hunter, I said. True, Daniel agreed. But it worked. We stood there for a moment. Brothers. Finally on the same side. The gala is tomorrow, Daniel said. Volkov will be there. So will 50 other network members. We need to finish this. What do you need me to do? I asked. What you do best, Daniel said. Make a scene. Draw attention. Let me work in the shadows. I smiled. I can do that. The next 24 hours were a blur. Press conference announcing Richard's arrest. My charges being dropped. Daniel and I standing together, united. The media loved it. Prodigal son returns. Brothers team up to catch killer. The story practically wrote itself. But that night, alone in my apartment, I watched my father's video again. The one where he explained everything. Julian, Dad said from beyond the grave. If you're watching this after it's over, I'm proud of you. I know I never said enough when I was alive. But you're stronger than you think. Braver than you believe. You're my son. And that means something. I cried. Really cried. For the first time since he died. Not for the company, or the money, or the empire. Just for my father. The man who'd loved me enough to trust me with this. The man who died protecting me. Tomorrow, we'd finish his plan. Tomorrow, we'd take down Volkov and everyone like him. Tomorrow, we'd win. But tonight, I just missed my dad.